Hello, welcome to the Let's Play video of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. We're going to start off with level 1, Angel Island. So here you can see the level map for Act 1, pretty simple. And here's Act 2. These two levels pretty much straightforward. Hold right, go through. Not quite as easy as the first levels, I'd say, of Sonic 1 and Sonic 2. But shouldn't give you any trouble anyway. Here's Bluminator, one of the badniks we're going to come across. He's not really too much of a problem. Rhinobot, pretty similar to some old enemies from Sonic 1, but still shouldn't really give anybody any problems either. Here's Cat Killer Jr., the spiritual successor, I suppose, to Marvel Zone's Cat Killer from Sonic 1. And Monkey Dude. Dude pretty much takes over Coconut's role from Sonic 2. So let's get into the game. We're going to start off with a new game, although you'll see in a second that I've done this before. I've spent my fair share of time playing through this game in the past. Probably not going to do a Knuckles run this time though. So here we go, let's get into the game. As you can see, this starts off from pretty much exactly where Sonic the Hedgehog 2 ends. Sonic's still got all the Chaos Emeralds until this red bastard knocks him out. And we get into the game. So Angel Island Zone, there's not too much to say about this. It's pretty classic Sonic first level. Lots of green platforms, lots of forests and lots of trees. Not too much of a problem to get to, although it is worth saying that the levels in this Sonic game throughout are quite a lot longer than any of the others, and it's not very long before we get into our first special stage. So, Sonic 3 special stages are pretty different to all the other special stages that have come before in these games. This time the objective is, in this weird sort of 3D, 2D world, you've got to try and walk across the whole planet and pick up all of these blue spheres. Now you can see that I'm circling the big squares of blue spheres, the sort of squares of 9 or 12 or anything above really. And rather than leaving red spheres behind, like usual, you get a load of rings. And if you collect all the rings, as well as all the blue spheres, you can not only collect a Chaos Emerald, but also a Perfect, which gives you a continue, I think. But we're not going to do that, because it takes ages, and I can't be bothered. Pretty straightforward, this one. And there we have it. Not even a minute into the game, really, and we're already one Chaos Emerald to the good. So let's get back into Angel Island. Now it's worth saying actually that there are quite a lot of gold rings, big gold rings that is, in the, there's Monkey Dude, not really proving much of a problem. There's a lot of big gold rings in Angel Island, and so we are going to end up going into a few special stages. We're going to try and get all 7 Chaos Emeralds on the Sonic 3 side of this game, and then, having some trouble with the rope there. And then we're going to try and get all 7 Super Emeralds in the second half of the game. And there's a Bluminator, which pretty much gives you no trouble at all, especially if you've got invisibility. So yeah, we're going to try and collect all the Super Emeralds as well, which is the sort of weird way that Sega decided to change the Chaos Emeralds in case you're playing across both games in one. This is, by the way, how the game was supposed to be. When it was created on Sega Mega Drive, they just couldn't fit everything into one cartridge, so we ended up with this weird sort of double cartridge situation. Now here's a bonus stage, and this is actually one of the bonus stages from Sonic and Knuckles, but the game combines all 3 bonus stages together, so you can get into any of them when you've got them played as a whole. The objective of this one being that you just go and collect these spheres, grab shields and things. I'll talk a bit more about the shields in a bit. Grab shields, grab rings, grab 1-ups and take yourself through the level. Pretty good at missing half this shit. And to be honest, the fire shield's not a bad thing to have. Like I said, I'll talk about the shields in a bit more detail soon, but fire shield's not a bad one to take through Angel Island. In fact, there's not really a bad shield for... Well, there's not really a bad shield for any situation in most cases, but there are times when the fire and lightning shields aren't particularly useful. And there we have it. Once we swing back up. So yeah, those things at the bottom can send you out the bonus stage as well. You can also fire yourself up through the top of the screen when you get to the top of the stage. And you'll get back into the level as well. Okay, I'm fully aware that I missed a 1-up up there and a chance to go up and grab this 1-up right there that you can see. So a fire shield's not a bad thing to have. The fire shield here usually will keep you safe from any sort of fire, but it won't keep you safe from just standing underneath the boss. Yeah, so a fire shield will keep you safe from any fire, and you can also do that double jump thing where if you, instead of doing the insta shield, which is the usual reaction to a second press of jump while you're in the air with Sonic, you fire dash. This is the second type of bonus stage. As soon as I grab one ring there, you can see whenever you get 50 rings or more, we're just going to get out of here because as soon as we grab one ring when you've got 50 or more rings, it doesn't work if you go into the machine. If you get more rings from the machine, it doesn't work, but if you grab one single ring from outside the machine in that stage, then you'll get a continue if you've got more than 50 rings. Here we go into our next special stage. We grab hopefully another emerald. There we go. So again, we're getting blue spheres on the green planet this time. This one's not too bad. Circles of blue spheres. Do a ring around them. Getting continues is pretty easy in this game. You can do it with any of the bonus stages. As long, if you go into the bonus stage with 50 rings, then you can pretty much get one in any of those 3 bonus stages. We've got one more that we haven't seen yet, but you can also get them for getting all the rings in these stages and getting it perfect. But like I said, that takes too long. Getting pretty close now. These do get a bit tedious after a while, and especially if you're watching them on a full screen or you're sat pretty close to the screen, they can get pretty tiring for your eyes. There we go. Just a couple more, should be 1 or 2 more sets. What about these ones? So there's the orange emerald. Pretty good. So 7 Chaos Emeralds in total. We've already got 2. And we're not even through the first act of the first zone. Plenty of time left. To be honest, it's pretty easy to get all the emeralds quite quick in this game. So here we go. Back through where we just came. So here's Caterpillar, you can see he does this weird sort of lightning attack. But if you just pop an instant shield as soon as you get close to him, then pretty much a pussy, you can't do that. Ah, the lightning shield. So, as you can see, when you've got the lightning shield, you can just sort of stand in the middle of a load of rings and they all start coming towards you. It acts like a ring magnet. It also does protect you from any sort of lightning attacks as well, and gives you this sweet little double jump, which is quite handy in a few circumstances. This is Illuminator, and as you can see, that works with any of those shields, by the way. If you've got Fire Shield, there was a little Fire Double Jump. Gives you a little boost. Any shield and Illuminator is a total bitch. Just cannot do anything to you. Because those little spiky things just bounce straight off. So this first boss level here goes down nice and easy, especially with a Fire Shield. Usually I would keep a Lightning Shield in most cases, just because having rings come towards you is a pretty good deal. And just demonstrating there that once you've beaten the boss of Act 1, there is a boss in every Act 1 zone, I think actually throughout all of this as well, which is a bit different to the other Sonic games, but when the signpost starts falling down, you can knock it about, and there's usually 2 or 3, I think mostly 3, TV screens, boxes, whatever you want to call them, underneath certain parts. They don't move, you have to, it's not a case of bouncing around and you might find them, they stay in the same place. So we've got a nice little invincibility, which has turned out to be pretty useless because we're straight back into a special stage. Looking for our 3rd emerald. And here's the orange planet. Again, to be honest, most of these Sonic 3 levels, these are the 7 Chaos Emeralds that we'll get on this side of the game are all the Sonic 3 special stages. Once we get past the Sonic 3 stages and going for the Super Emeralds, we get into the Sonic and Knuckles Blue Sphere stages, but all of these Sonic 3 ones are pretty simple. If you do them properly and if you just keep to the route, they shouldn't really give you much trouble. There you have it, emerald number 3, the purple emerald. So 3 Chaos Emeralds already. Going into Act 2 again. Okay, we've still got a Fire Shield. Now, this is one of these annoying times where a Fire Shield really isn't going to be much use in a minute. And that's because as soon as you touch water, your shield goes away. That happens to the Lightning Shield as well. Pretty much, if you're coming across any water, then the only shield worth having is this one, the Bubble Shield. And the Bubble Shield lets you do this weird little cool bounce thing with your double jump, which can be quite useful. But the best thing, oh shit, the best thing about that shield would have been that I could stand underwater for as long as possible, dodging that deadly, serious, child-scaring music that pops up after you've spent a bit of time in some water in a Sonic game. And anybody who's played the early Mega Drive Sonic games knows that when that music starts going and you see those little red numbers popping up, shit gets real. But we can get rid of the water for the rest of this section. Actually, Sonic 3's a bit different to... this is definitely the first time in any of the Mega Drive games when there's been some water to deal with in the first zone, but back into the Casino Night style bonus stage if you've ever played Sonic 2. We'll just get out of here because again, we don't really need to be in here, we don't really need to get 50 rings, we don't need continues. But yeah, the Sonic 3, I think there's only one zone. There's only one zone, I think, throughout the whole of Sonic 3, which doesn't have any water. Whereas going through the Sonic and Knuckles half of the game, there are 0 stages with any water in at all. So you pretty much get your whole water fix in the first side of this game. After we hit Mushroom Hill, there's no more water to deal with at all. But it certainly makes up for it in this side. So I'm getting fairly close to the end now, not too long to go. Might just go back up there and see what's up on top of this platform. And it looks like sweet fuck all, brilliant. Oh, hang on. Oh, a little one. And again, Illuminator can't do fucking anything to us because we've got a shield. I always like to just go into a spin dash if I'm going through loops or going pretty fast. You can get some pretty good speed up in these early levels of Sonic 3. Just because you never know when one of those stupid rhino bots or something is just going to come out and run into you if you're like that. If you're not in a spin dash, then you're pretty open to being attacked. Now, I'm thinking about going into the special stage, but to be honest, I can't be bothered at the moment. We've got plenty of time to try and pick out that final type of bonus stage. But here's a weird section. For some reason, all of the sort of story elements and the weird little clips like this seem to come in this stage. There's not much more of this in the next few. You get the odd Knuckles clip where he just tries to pitch you off and send you in different directions, but this weird ship that's not the flying battery, by the way. Some people think it is the flying battery from Sonic and Knuckles, which is the zone we'll come across a bit later on. Yeah, this weird ship bombs this area of Angel Island, and then we've got this bald bastard in the background coming up for his first fight. This is a pretty simple fight overall. It would be a bit easier if we had a fire shield, but we have not. Yeah, so as you can see, he just sort of glides around, fires fireballs down. Fuck you, Tails! Fucking prick! Get the fuck out! So, I decided to play Sonic and Tails in this. As you can see, there are times when Tails decides to be an absolute arsewipe and just do whatever he can to make your life a living hell in this game. And that's one of them. Sometimes he'll attack a boss, meaning that you jump straight through the boss and end up jumping straight off the stage. Making you look like an absolute fan. Luckily we're getting our own back on this bitch right now. I used to like Tails when I was a bit younger, but I don't know. You kind of... Unless you've got a second player playing Tails, which is possible by the way, you can plug in an extra control pad and somebody else can take the reins with Tails. And you can do lots of good stuff, like fly around, and you can grab hold of him and you can take Sonic to new places. And oh, wow, Tails just making up for the last time we faced this boss. Pretty close to the end of the fight now. I've done a terrible job trying to stay safe, but it isn't too bad. There we go. End of the level. So that's the end of Angel Island zone. And just like normal in every other Sonic game, after you've defeated the boss, you press a little weird button on a capsule, free some animals, and then you move on to the next zone, and that's exactly what we're going to do. And we're going to do that courtesy of Knuckles, who, as I mentioned earlier, appears in a little clip, breaks the bridge, sends us to Hydro City Zone, which is where I'll see you in episode 2.